Hello, I'm Bill Fruth. I am appearing before you today virtually in an empty convention center ballroom. This is what meeting rooms looked like for about a year and a half as a result of COVID, when we could not have live in-person meetings. But that's changing now, and state associations and communities now are having conventions and meetings like they did before. And as a result, they are choosing speakers to present to their audiences on important topics. Now, speakers appear for several different reasons. They speak to inspire, to train, to educate, to motivate, to entertain. And there are a lot of really good speakers out there. Now, I analyze local and state economies around the United States, determine if they're growing or declining, identify what's causing that to happen, then offer ideas and solutions to improve the situation. When I speak, I educate the audience on the economic principles of local economies, the flow of money into an area and the flow of money out and what causes that to happen. I also inform the community on the nature of their local economy. Is it growing, declining? What is causing this to happen? How it compares to other areas? But most importantly, I explain to the audience what a community needs to do in order to improve the economic quality of life for the people who live and work in the community. In other words, I explain economic development. Now, economic development is not rocket science. It is more complicated than that. A high school kid can design and build and launch a rocket in the backyard. Economic development is a multidisciplined industry. It requires a knowledge of real estate, construction, finance, local, state, federal taxation, utilities, business incentive, economic impact ratios, a full understanding of the nature of the workforce, and the list goes on and on. Economic development is a complicated, competitive industry. And there are more than 6,000 economic development organizations in the United States, all trying to improve the economic quality of life for the people who live in there and work in their area. In my presentations and studies, I have discovered several things that are very important toward causing quality economic growth for a community. In my study of strong economies, I've actually identified one of the single most important things that causes economic growth or maintains economic growth. And that is the community wants it to happen. Community support is absolutely vital to have economic growth. The reason why is that the economic river is constantly flowing against a community. And the community must exert force against this river just to stay the same. In order to improve, it must exert more force than that is being pressed against it. And when the community becomes informed about the nature of economic development, all the things that the economic development organization needs to do, then the community will instruct the political and business leaders that we all have to support this program and provide the necessary political and financial resources for success. And that is one of the biggest and most important things, community education. And that is one of the principal focus points of my presentations. Now, I speak to a lot of state associations, such as state banker associations, county, city, municipal leagues, organizations of which their membership relies upon the condition of the local economy. But most of all, I speak to communities conducting an economic development summit. And at an economic development summit, everyone is invited to come, everyone in the community, because it's very important that everyone understands the nature of economic development. And in these presentations, I explain what has to be done in that particular community in order to make more people prosperous over the long term. Well, I hope you learned from my presentation on my presentations. And I hope that in the future, if you're placed in the position of trying to plan a community event regarding economic development, or to try to help your state association better understand what they can do back home, their members, to help their local economy grow, then please contact me and I'd be happy to help you out. Have a good day.